And we return to the track for the women's 400-meter semi-finals. Well, just look at those marks that have been on the books for over 30 years. The European and world record and championship records of Marita Koch. They're not going to be approached. I think let's be realistic about this, but we've got very fine competition over one lap of the track. Laviai Nielsen set a personal best in her heat of 51.67. And the British athletes in lane 8. Lane 7, also setting a personal best in her heat, the Belgian Cynthia Bolingo-Mbongo, this year's Belgian champion over 200 meters. Moving inside, the French woman, European indoor champion back in 2017, and also a silver medalist 2 years ago in Amsterdam in this event, Floria Gay. Maria Belabasaki. Well, at 27 years of age, she improved her personal best to 51.14 in Petra earlier this year. Number 2 on the European list this year, the Dutch record holder Lisanne de Wit. Under 51 seconds this year in Chaux de Fonds in Switzerland. Lane 3, the Pole, number 9 on this year's European list, also setting a personal best in the Polish Championships in Lublin, Małgorzata Holub-Kowalik. Ran very close to her personal best in qualifying. The Portuguese champion, Katia Azevedo, and on the inside, the reigning European, I should say Ukrainian champion indoors and out over this distance, Tatiana Melnik. So 3 of these women were seeded directly into this race. That's Holub-Kowalczyk, de Wit, and Beli Bekasi. So from the inside, it's Melnik, Azevedo, Holub-Kowalczyk, de Wit, Beli Bekasi, Gay, Bolingo-Mbongo, and Nielsen. Just 2 to go through, and the 2 fastest non-automatic qualifiers. Well, a very even start at this stage over the first 100 meters. Bolingo-Mbongo doing well out in lane 7. So too now is Beli Bekasi. And the Pole, Holub-Kowalczyk, in lane 3, running very well at this stage as they come into the second bend. Well, Bolingo-Mbongo having a fantastic run out in lane 7, but the others starting to close down on her. And coming through, Beli Bekasi, the Greek, and also the Pole, Holub-Kowalczyk. Now the Belgians starting to drift back slightly as it's the Greek, Beli Bekasi, and coming through very strongly, it's de Wit, and on the outside, Nielsen. So it's very tight finish, but it's going to be the Greek, I think, followed by Nielsen, or maybe the other way around. It's very tight. And maybe, well, the cameraman thinks de Wit got it, but it's very, very tight finish.
Well, one of those occasions we'll wait to the photo finish to be sure of it. Brilliant run by Nielsen. Inside of the Belgian, obviously passed her, but then Nielsen really ran a super bend, and she smashed her personal best, and indeed she did come up to get the verdict. You can hardly believe it. Tremendous run by Nielsen. She looked terrific in qualifying yesterday. That was personal best then. Looked to have plenty to spare, and has proven that we're here by winning this race at 51.21.
And Beli Bekasi very close to her personal best in second place, going through as an automatic qualifier with 51.23.
So there's Lisanne de Wit, and she'll have to wait and see whether her time will be good enough to see her through in third. That 51.24, so 100th of a second behind Beli Basaki.
And the one athlete who continues to disappoint a little when she hasn't got a baton on her hand, 4th place here for Floria Gay of France. And she's run sub 50 relay legs, but individual race, she's run a season's best, but I fear that may well not be enough to get through, 51.50.
I think the same analysis applies to the pole as well, Holub Kovalik. She drifted back very badly in the final 50 metres, but there you see confirmation of the results. Nielsen smashing her personal best, 51.21, followed home by the Greek.
Women's 200 metres, 400 metres, I should say. And we have, going from the outside, Chigbalu of Italy there, and Baumgart-Vitan will be next to her. Relay bronze medalist, Chigbalu, back in 2016 in Amsterdam. Italian with a best of 51.67. Then Iga Baumgart-Vitan ran a terrific relay leg to put Poland in the winning lead at the Indoor Championships of Europe last year. Had a personal best of 51.71, which again she did last year. Now, Laus we were impressed with in the qualifying round, and she's got a season's best of 51.49. She's moved across to this event successfully from long jumping. One of the most experienced competitors here, Anyika Onwora, a stalwart of the British team for many years now, 33 years of age, Olympic relay bronze, European bronze medal at this event in Amsterdam 2 years ago. Then Agni Seksnieni of Lithuania, who's improved their national record this season, based in Switzerland, member of LC Zurich, and has a best of 50.99 in prime form, on a 6th Lithuanian title recently. In lane 3, we have Anita Horvat from Slovenia. She again has improved this season substantially to 51.22. For Romania, in lane 2, World and European Junior silver medalist Andreea Miklos, youngest in this field at 19 years of age. 52.07 is her best. And then from Serbia, we have Tamara Selaski, this year's Serbian champion, also second in the Balkan Championships, and run out in the Slovenian Championships as well, and was second there. So some good consistent form, but hasn't broken 52 seconds this year. Her best of 51.89 was set a couple of years ago. So our little caption, there's blanks against the middle 3 because they're the 3 seeded into straight the semi-final stage, as opposed to those who ran the qualifying round yesterday. Selaski, Miklos, Horvat, Seksnieni, Onwora, Laus, Baumgart-Vitan and Chigbalu. Second of the semi-finals of the women's 400 metres. First one run in 51.21. Fastest in the field this year, Seksnieni going in lane 4. Then Onwora, who goes here in lane 5. Camera focusing on those two. Now Seksnieni, also a fast 200-metre runner, likely to go out fast, and indeed she has. She's eaten up a bit of the stagger on Onwora, who one could expect with her strength to come through in the second half. Laus has gone well for Belgium out there in lane 6 as well. But it is Seksnieni, the Lithuanian, who leads at the 200 metres point. Of those inside are Horvat best placed in 3rd place. And Seksnieni with 2 lanes outside her, Laus of Belgium. Now Onwora, though, really making her presence felt and coming through with a strong finish there, but can she have the strength? Not sure, because Seksnieni is holding on, and the tall figure of Baumgart-Vitan of Poland is coming right up and fast, and it is on the line. Baumgart-Vitan, who gets it from Seksnieni in 2nd place. Onwora finishes in 3rd, and then Horvat in 4th place. A little slower, though, the winning time there at 51.36. But that is a personal best for this Polish athlete, Ida Baumgart-Bitter.
And you can tell by the reactions of the athletes, as we've seen in so many of the other races, this is a fast track. There's another personal best to win a semi-final there, as Saskia gets 51.41 and Annika Onura in third with 51.70 there. Slower than Lisandovic from that previous heat.
Slower than Gay too in the first heat.
Well, we've just seen the replay there, the start of Baumgart-Bitten's surge, but coming off the bend, I think she was back in about sixth. That's the amount of distance that she made up.
She's got very long legs, so that's a big advantage.
Well, Onura will be disappointed not to have made the final. Baumgart-Bitten winning in 51.35 and Sexnieni 51.41. Just those two will go through to the final.
As we return to the track for the third and final semi-final of the women's 400 meters. On the outside, we see another authorized neutral athlete competing for Russia, Paulina Miller. There is the 2017 European Under-23 champion competing for Latvia, Gunta Letisheva-Shudare. Next up, in lane 6 for Great Britain in Northern Ireland, won a World Indoor Relay bronze in Birmingham, Amy Alcock.
A debut at a major senior championship on the individual event.
And as we look at lane 5, competing for the Netherlands, European junior bronze medalist back in 2011, Madia Gafour. Next, in lane 4, world indoor silver medalist this year with the relay, representing Poland is Justyna Swieti Ersetic, another strong Polish athlete. And there is the defending European champion from Amsterdam for Italy, Libania Renat. Next, on the inside of the defending champion, competing for Spain, the defending Spanish champion, Laura Bueno. And on the inside lane, completing that field, the 2015 European Under-23 champion, Bianca Razor. They're 24 years of age. This is the lineup, and here we can see, as we've mentioned, two women in the hot seats, Floria Gay and Lisandovic, waiting to see whether their times from the semi-final will take them through to the final. Again, quickly the lineup from the inside out. Razor for Romania, Bueno for Spain, Renat for Italy, the defending champion in lane 3, Swieti Ersetic for Poland, Gafour for the Netherlands, Alcock for Great Britain in Northern Ireland, Latsieva-Sudare for Latvia, and Miller on the outside in lane 8. Looking at that, the Italian getting out very strongly, the defending champion there in lane 3, already made up substantial ground on the Polish athlete Swieti Ersetic in front of her. Also looking very strong indeed is Gafour there, the Dutch athlete who's made up ground on Alcock. So at the moment it looks like the defending champion, Renat for Italy, looking good. And on the outside lane, Paulina Miller, the authorized neutral athlete, looking good indeed as we get close to the home straight. Again, Swieti Ersetic now doing what her compatriot did in the previous race, looking very strong there, the Polish athlete. Also coming through strongly, the Dutch athlete, Gafour, looking very strong, and they're coming through. Can she get it? No, it's the Polish athlete from the Dutch, Swieti Ersetic and Gafour, the two guaranteed spots in the final. Winning time there, 51 23 confirmed for Svieti Ersetic. And Gafor there also through. Lisandovic and Floria Gay there celebrating that their times have taken them through to the final. And it's great to see these reactions. We often don't get the chance to see how the athletes are reacting. So the defending champion Grenot there in third, not through to the final. 18-year-old Paulina Miller, the authorized neutral athlete there, looking very strong.
Well, Grenot hasn't really been in the sort of form that took her to the title 2 years ago in Amsterdam, and I think that showed in this race, but nevertheless a fine run both from the Pole and the Dutch runners on her outside. And Svieti Ersetic, as she now races under, having a great run, very well timed indeed, and Gafor very close to her personal best, just a few hundredths outside it.
There we have the results for that third and final heat. Just the two first placed go through to the final. Svieti Ersetic and Gafor. As we now take a look at all qualifiers there, Floria Gay and Lisandovic, the two-time qualifiers.